Imagine that you are looking at the stars in the sky through a telescope, and then you suddenly stop seeing the stars. You will first feel that there is some problem in the telescope. But even if you take another telescope, you will not see anything other than darkness. There are many such strange parts in space that bother the human race. There is so much darkness here, and it is so huge that there is nothing other than absolute nothingness in space. Look at this image taken by the Hubble telescope. Here you will see such places in the middle of the stars that are completely dark. You will feel that someone has taken the stars out of here, and these places are completely empty. If you move away from the stars and go towards the giant galaxies and look at their groups, then you will see such empty places in the middle of the groups where there is no sign of light. Because there is no presence of absolute darkness and light, if you get lost here by mistake, then you will be stuck in darkness for eternity. It will seem that there is only darkness in. So what are these places surrounded by this black darkness of the giant? What is this mysterious structure of the universe, which is larger than millions of galaxies in the universe? Is it the work of some advanced alien civilization, or does our universe itself make such things? And what will happen if we somehow get stuck here? Can we ever get out of here? So to know all these things, take a cover cut and get ready with Simon on another surprising journey where you will go to the vast universe of the universe for the first time and see them closely. So let's start our journey 400 light years away from the Earth. There is an object called Bernard 68 in the Ophiuchus constellation, which you will see. It will seem that it is an empty place. There is not a single star here, and there are thousands of stars around it. In this image, you can see this object, which looks like why there are no stars here. Is this a mysterious place where stars like to stay away? What is this? So friends, there are millions of such places in our universe. They are called walk globules, which are actually a dark nebula. They are so dark, and the stars are so close that you will not be able to see any star behind. You will feel that someone has made a hole in space, but in reality there are many stars behind it that are not visible in visible light. They can only be seen on the other wavelength of light. NASA and ESA can see the stars in it with the help of their radio telescope. If you look at Bernard 68 from your telescope, you will see this entire opaque, that is, the light of the stars behind it, will never reach your telescope, and you will see this special area completely dark. It is exactly the same as the clouds surround the sun during the day and the moon at night. So it seems that these two are not there. This is also the same kind of object. It creates an illusion that there is nothing here. It will feel like a void that is completely empty and no star or planet wants to come to it. But due to the huge gas cloud, there is a good chance of stars forming in it. Stars in space are made of nebulae, i.e., clouds of dust and dust. When gravity overpowers them and their entire matter collapses and starts settling at one place and reaches a special temperature, the fusion process starts and stars are formed. However, the process of star formation has just started in Bernard 68. Here, a young prototype star can also be formed, which is not so bright that it leaves the visible light. This is why this nebula looks completely dark to us, and it seems that no star is present here. But thousands of stars are behind it, and the light gets blocked here due to the nebula, which is why we cannot see all the stars through a visible telescope. In size, it is spread in half a light year, i.e., its diameter is about 50 kilometers. 35 black suns can fit in one line. This is the largest black hole in the universe, 8 times larger than Phoenix A star. But its large size cannot be compared to a black hole. Nebulae in the universe are spread in many light years, and their mass is very small compared to black holes. Although Bernard 68 is 8 times larger than Phoenix A star in size, its mass is equal to only 2 suns, whereas Phoenix A star is so heavy that not a single bright sun is in front of it. It is many times heavier than them. On the basis of mass, we can never compare a black hole to a nebula. Nebulae are spread in many light years, and their mass is many times less than a small 100-kilometer black hole. Nebula is the birthplace of stars, and stars are formed in the same way by clouds of dust. And if they are many times larger and massive in size, then they turn into black holes after supernova. These small black holes merge and form large black holes and then slowly turn into supermassive black holes. Like Bernard 68, there are many such dark nebulae that appear like an empty space in our Milky Way galaxy. Another such dark nebula is 700 light years away from Earth. which is called the Pipe Nebula due to its strange shape. It also has many stars hidden behind it, which makes it look like this place in the Milky Way galaxy is completely empty and there are no stars here. But like every nebula, stars have also been seen here, which are at their initial stage and are not releasing any visible light yet, which makes it very difficult to see them through an optical telescope. There are many such dark nebulae that hide the stars from us, but the universe does not surprise us so far. There are many such empty places, i.e. voids, between the groups of large galaxies, i.e. superclusters, after the stars in which nothing is visible. They are completely different from the dark nebula. The dark nebula is a cloud with all the stars behind it, which will be visible after the star formation in this nebula. But these voids of the universe are completely empty. Scientists do not know what is inside them. Even in size, they are millions of times larger than our Milky Way galaxy. Some scientists also believe it to be an experiment of Type 4 and Type 5 civilization, but whatever it is extremely dangerous. So let's take our spaceship here and see how big and what kind it really is. If you look at the Voigt's nebula continuously, you will see a region 70 crore light-years away from the Earth that is completely dark. This is called the Voigt's void, which is spread over 33 crore light-years. It is located near the supercluster of large galaxies. Where a large supercluster of the galaxy ends and a new one begins, these voids form in the gap between them. Scientists have not yet been able to know how they are formed, but NASA believes that such voids are formed in the universe due to dark energy and gravity, where galaxies are equal in size. Voigt's void is also called the Great Nothing. There should have been 2,000 galaxies in this void spread over 33 crore light-years. But here only 60 galaxies have been seen, which surprises everyone. If you reach this void, you will not see anything but emptiness here. Every galaxy will be millions of light-years away from each other. You will not be able to contact the aliens of these galaxies even if you want to. If you keep moving forward, you will have to face darkness. In this void spread over millions of light-years, you will see only darkness. No object, no nearby galaxy, no sign of light or heat. Complete darkness and temperatures up to absolute zero will completely annoy you. If you still stay away from it, and somehow your spaceship is stuck in the extreme cold here, and even if you catch 99.99% of the speed of light, you will still see darkness for 4.7 million years despite the time dilation here. If you stay alive for 4.7 million years, you will be able to get out of this void. If not, you will be completely lost here and may be stuck in this void forever. But this void is nothing. Our universe is so vast that the existing voids in it give everyone a headache. In 2013, scientists discovered a vast supervoid known as the KBC void, or the local hole. It is spread over 2 billion light-years. You can't even imagine its spread. But supervoids are not completely empty. Although most of them are completely empty, but there are also many galaxies and superclusters in them. Despite having them, it looks completely empty. So the local hole, or KBC void, which is 2 billion light-years wide, contains some parts of the combined galaxy, local group, and the supercluster of its layer, i.e., the part of the galaxy group we are part of. Scientists believe that our galaxy is millions of light-years away from the center of this void. However, no one knows its exact prediction yet. This is the largest void ever discovered. In terms of size, it is 6 times larger than the Vortis void. That is, 6 voids like Vortis will fit in one line, but thousands of light-years will still remain in it, which is really amazing. Although we are part of this supervoid, but if you want to cross it and go somewhere else, you may be able to cross it. The spread of 2 billion light-years is also very high in front of the 99.99% speed of light. No one knows what will happen beyond it and what kind of world it will be. However, it is amazing to think that in the vast darkness, how small are the particles of light, i.e. the smallest particle of the galaxy, living in the orbit of the stars in the universe, and how large is this universe in reality. We may think that the cosmic void and the dark nebula are huge places of darkness and complete emptiness, but they are very different from each other. The dark nebula is actually a cloud of dust, and it blocks the visible light. So we can see the stars around them, but not beyond them, which makes it seem that there is nothing in the universe at this place. But in fact, there are thousands of stars behind it. It is not empty at all. But the cosmic voids are actually empty places. There is nothing here. They are also larger than millions of galaxies in size, and if someone goes into them, it is possible that he will consider this darkness as the universe for eternity. Friends, that's all in this video. Here we have talked about the dark nebula, and apart from this we have also understood the largest voids in the universe and know how big their size is in reality. All these things must have surprised you. So do tell us your surprise by commenting and share this video openly.